Hi everybody, and welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome, and welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you've given me on this YouTube journey. So to connect with this general reading, hit that thumbs up, leave me a comment in the comment section below, and let me know how this general reading resonates with you. Okay, and if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscribe button and a little notification bell so you know when I post videos. And as always, if you know somebody who will resonate with these messages, go right ahead and share them. All of that helps out this channel, and it is greatly appreciated. All right, so this video is for the star sign of Virgo. Doesn't matter where your placement is. I'm not putting a particular placement on it. And this is for the solar eclipse in Aquarius that we got coming here, Virgo. Cleaning out these cards real quick. Cleaning out my space. Alrighty. Whole bunch of smoke going up through my lamp. Alrighty. Clear out my throat chakra, clear out my aura from any debris from the last reading or any negative intentions being sent my way. For some of you, you may need to do this. Maybe clean up your act a little bit. All right. Alrighty. So one more time, clear out this space. Alrighty. So, Virgos, let's talk a little bit about the eclipse that is happening. So, the solar eclipse is often viewed as a cosmic reset or a spiritual plot twist that accelerates personal and collective evolution. Unlike lunar eclipses, which is typically signifies emotional endings, solar eclipses are celebrated as a powerful catalyst for new beginnings and major life shifts. So the core spiritual themes to this solar eclipse is transformation and renewal. A temporary darkness represents the death of the old self and the rebirth into a higher frequency of consciousness. Shadow work. As the moon obscures the sun, hidden truths and shadow aspects of your personality, like suppressed fears, habits, ego, patterns, are often illuminated for processing and release. Balance of opposites, the alignment of the sun, the masculine and conscious, and the moon, the feminine and the unconscious, symbolizes a sacred union and the need for harmony between inner and outer worlds. So for those of us who have been broken and traumatized, and scattered the little pieces of our brokenness, we are attracting all of that brokenness back to us and bringing ourselves, our solar plexus and our sacral chakra, our masculine and feminine, back into a state of balance, back into a state of wholeness, right? As within, so without. So it also, karmic acceleration. In many traditions, eclipses are fated events that can compress 6 months of growth into just a few days, pushing you to your true destiny. So the best spiritual practices that are not required but suggested are prioritize rest. The energy can be chaotic and exhausting. Many practitioners suggest rest and grounding rather than heavy manifestation. And that is what I have been feeling, is a lot of heaviness in the energy. Like I feel like weighed down, like, you know, I can only do so much, right? And then if I feel like I've done too much, like I have to sleep. And I noticed that I have been sleeping a lot more. Introspection rituals. Use a time for journaling and meditation to identify what you are ready to let go of and what intentions you want to plant in the future. So it's like a clearing out so that you can plant a fresher garden. Avoid major decisions because information is often eclipsed or hidden. It is often advised to wait a few days before making permanent life changes. Now, it says avoid making major decisions between February 17th and March 3rd. But listen, on February 26th, Mercury goes in retrograde until March 20th. So, and then you got a week of post retrograde. So, between the solar eclipse and I'll say March 26th, 27th, do not sign any contracts. Do not do anything major or life altering. Do not do any magic of any forms, good or bad. Just don't do anything when it comes to speaking. There could be a lot of miscommunications happening, a lot of fights happening, some problems with your electronics. Just pay attention to that, all right? So let's go on and move into the solar eclipse in Aquarius. So the new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius marks the beginning of a major multi-year astrological storyline. In astrology, eclipses are cosmic reboots that speed up destiny, often bringing sudden shifts to align you with your true path. The core spiritual themes of this new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius is a radical authenticity. This eclipse pushes you to shed performative versions of yourself and embrace your inner weirdo, your inner unicorn, your inner uniqueness. It is time to break the rules that no longer make sense. In other words, it's time to step out of that box of control, right? It's time to step out of comparing yourself to other people. It is time to step out of the box of constraints, whether it's, comparing yourself to other people, like being in a social atmosphere where I was raised, you got to have a job, you got to have a family, you got to have a white house, a white picket fence, 2 dogs, a cat, a horse, a bird, and that's the way I was brought up, and that's the way it should go. It's like breaking out of the familiar rules. All right. Collective awakening. As an air sign, Aquarius governs communities and humanitarian efforts. You may feel pulled toward new social movements or notice shifts in your friendship circles. Okay, so what I have to say about the collective awakening is we are actually awakening to the social controls that we have around us on all forms. And we are stepping out of that box from the 5th human race, root race, into the 6th human root race. We're leaving one generation behind and moving into a higher consciousness of a generation of awakening in humans, from the 5th root race to the 6th root race. The future calling. Unlike other new moons, this eclipse is future-oriented, prompting you to envision possibilities that once felt unrealistic. So, key astrological influences, along with the solar eclipse, is Uranus square. The eclipse is in a tough square with Uranus, the planet of shock. So, there's going to be a lot of tower moves, a lot of shocking revelations, a lot of unbalanced to awaken you to what needs balance, so to speak. All right, this can cause high-strung energy, racing thoughts, or zany unpredictability. Right. So expect the unexpected. North Node alignment. This is the first eclipse in a series of the Aquarius-Leo axis that will last until March 2028. So from spring 2026 to spring 2028. Saturn-Neptune conjunction occurring just days after the eclipse. This transit dissolves old structures, the Neptunian energy. Saturn and Neptune will be in Aries. Neptune is the planet of the subconscious, the planet of illusions, right? While demanding you to build something new with integrity, Saturn about divine justice, order, timing, karma, yeah, taking responsibility and accountability. All right, so that's a little bit about what is happening with the eclipse and all the energies connected to it. Alrighty, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with the moon. So what's the moon's energy around the Virgo collective? Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. Now remember, the moon represents the unconscious, the feminine aspect. All right, so what's happening? What's the moon's energy around the Virgo collective? Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. What is the moon's energy around the Virgo collective? Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Okay, so the full moon lunar eclipse is in sidereal Virgo. Or no, the full moon lunar eclipse is in tropical Virgo, which makes it sidereal Leo. So Leo talks about your pride, your ego, your courage, your strength, and how these extremes can take place in your life. So somebody could be very much in their pride, and that allowing that pride and ego to block them or get in their way or restrain them in some sort of way. And this is being illuminated. It is being mirrored back to you. With the new moon in Aries, it's time to take action. So the new moon is actually in Aquarius. What is in Aries is Neptune and Saturn. So those energies conjunct in the new moon eclipse energy is telling you it's time to take action. It's time to eclipse your pride and ego that is in your way, that is blocking your strength, your courage, that is perhaps restraining you from, it's like the shadow aspect, right? The shadow aspect of your Leo energy, of your pride, is actually what needs to be eclipsed out. And you know, Aries rules the first house of attitude, how the world sees us, right, Virgo? So there could definitely be something being triggered within you to be what? Released. This needs to be healed. Because if not, nothing is going to come of this situation when it comes to achieving something that you want to achieve, because there is a key involved in this. All right, that is what I see here for you, Virgo. So yeah, you're being triggered with the new moon in eclipse, new moon solar eclipse, Saturn Neptune conjunct. It's time to stand in your integrity. It's time to break through this illusion. It's time to, you know, be bold and take action to clear something out, which apparently pride and ego is your attitude, and it may be connected to a Leo energy, a Leo individual. Yeah, that's what I see. So we're going to go ahead and put that there. All right, so the next question is, what patterns or shadows are being disrupted by the energy of the eclipse? So these next two cards will reveal that. This card is Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Please and thank you, Holy Spirit, for the Virgo collective. What is hidden? What is a hidden shadow? The Eagle King, the big picture, angelic help. Number 12. Alrighty, on the bottom of the deck we have the Swan King, transformation, intuition, and patience. And then we have the Keeper of the Scales. Something is out of balance here with the Swan Queen. Something is out of balance, or something was done out of revenge just to get even. Alright, so you need to see the bigger picture of perhaps some sort of angelic help, some sort of Native American spirit guide help, right? Somebody could have did something to try to control something, and now they may be getting humbled by this angel. Okay, that is what I see here. So we do have the Swan King, a Swan Queen, and the Eagle King. So the King and his Queen talks about the masculine and feminine energies. So what is happening is somebody is going through an ego death. And what is being revealed is this person's attitude, or your attitude, Virgo, one of the two. And you need to see something from a higher perspective. The swan often represents love interest, because when the swans, you get two swans. When two swans come together to come into union, when they mate for life. When one of the partners passes, they don't ever get another partner. They sail on by themselves, right? Most of the time they die of a broken heart, right? So you have two birds, a swan and an eagle. The swan floats on water and the eagle flies above, right? So somebody could be in their highs and their lows with their emotions, but absolutely somebody is going through an ego death. And the shadow, that's the shadow that's being revealed, is their ego, their attitude. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about the Eagle King coming in as an ally for Virgo. And the Swan Queen is next. So 12 and 13 right next to each other. So the Eagle King coming in as an aloe for aloe vera may be significant. Ally. The Eagle King is a sign that your highest destiny is within reach. You're on the right path now, even if you can't see where you're going. Yeah, you're in a period of darkness, but your highest destiny is within reach, Virgo. If you can't see where you're going, the Eagle King soars high above the mountains and valleys of life and is able to see the big picture when you seem to be lost in a bit of a fog. And that's it. Your ego is fogging your clarity. It's getting in the way. Your ego attitude is blocking your clarity. He makes formidable ally as he takes your prayers up towards the sun. Releases them to the divine. They will be answered for the highest good of all. It's a fortunate moment when the Eagle King decides to be your ally here, Virgo. Because what is happening is he's reflecting back to you what is actually standing in your way, and he wants you to see the bigger picture of the situation. What is standing in your way and blocking your intuition is now transforming. You are going through an ego death, and you're going to learn to trust your intuition, right? Yeah, so something is triggering you. And it may feel unfair, right? It may not, like, it may feel unfair. We have two kings here, the Eagle King and the Horse King. But 13 talks about that death energy, right? Death, rebirth, endings, completions, transformation, rising up out of the phoenix of the ashes. We have a lot of fire energy coming through here. Fire purifies what needs to be triggered, purifies what needs to be released. So once you release this, it will be going through the fire of purifying and will be very, very healing for you. All right. So let's go ahead and move on into what do you need to surrender. So what is hidden in a shadow is your ego. That pride and ego. And how you're seeing your life. So somebody could be very impatient. They could have an impatient energy. If you look on this card, there is only one swan. So you've been off on your own for a while. So what needs to be surrendered? Please and thank you, Holy Spirit, for the Virgo Collective. Effortless. Stop pushing so hard. Yep. Be patient. Stop pushing so hard. See the bigger picture of divine timing. Thank you, Spirit. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of forcing the river. And that's what the swan is floating on, is that river. So your impatientness is actually a shadow that is getting in your way. Surrender to spirit. Yeah. Surrender to spirit. Surrender to divine timing. Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine and let spirit work its magic for you. Yeah, because you have a hidden angelic help in a spiritual realm who is working hard behind the scenes. So they're telling you, don't worry, right? Don't worry. You can't control the angry and resentful people and community that is around you. There is a fear of intimacy here, so you need to heal any wounds in that sacral chakra, the unconscious, your feminine energy, and surrender to the passion that's in your heart. Be happy. Be happy that you are very magical. So you need to surrender unhealthy relationships where you are trying to please these toxic people, right? That's what I feel. Alrighty, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this up here, or over here, or somewhere around here. Alright, so what we're going to do next is, what new path is revealed in this new moon solar eclipse energy? What new path is being revealed in this new moon solar eclipse energy? Okay. So for that answer, we are going to pull some oracle cards. What signs are you showing Virgo about the new path that is being revealed in this new moon solar eclipse energy? What new path is being revealed in the new moon energy? I don't know why, but I feel like the divine is orchestrating something special for you. All right. Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. Like the shocking twist is going to help. All right. So what new path is being revealed? Yeah. Or I'm telling you, the spirit realms. I told you that your spiritual team is behind the scenes working something special for you. But you need to get the hell out of your own way, because your ego, your pride, your attitude of trying to force something to go and manifest the way you want it is actually getting in your way. All right. Yeah, indestructible. So whatever they are orchestrating behind the scenes cannot be destroyed by these haters. Spirit of Pegasus, unrealistic delusions. Something isn't as it seems. Yeah. Take a look at the bottom of the deck. Dreams. You already seen the dreams. How you need to detach from this impatientness that is causing you to be depressed, that is casting illusions. It is very clear. The truth is becoming very, very clear. In your dreams, you're seeing this. You're having visions in this moon, in the moon cycles. Every moon cycle, you're seeing something. All right, for what it is. So yeah, Spirit is saying something isn't as it seems. But you're not seeing it clearly. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and pull some more cards. Yeah, look, feminine. So you got a female spirit guide. A female spirit guide that's showing up as a crow. Or an orb. In the spiritual realm. That is saying, stop pushing so hard, right? Something isn't as it seems, because maybe you're not realizing that you have Spirit and the angels around you who are trying to help you, and they want you to see something from a different perspective. This spirit guide could be of a Native American. Knowing alignment. Yes, you know something's coming into alignment. You just don't know when the time is going to be, right? You know something, what is meant for you is indestructible. Like nobody can take it from you. Somebody could be saying you're delusional. Remember I said about your inner weirdness, right? Your inner weirdness, that inner unicorn. And look, you have wings, my inner unicorn. See the wings? You are earning your wings, my unique unicorn. All right, please and thank you, Holy Spirit, for the Virgo collective. Bones, indestructible. Yeah, difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. So all the suffering, all of the trials and tribulations that you've endured on your journey is leading you to a very beautiful destination. So you need to step out of the way and allow the divine, the spirit, to take over, because you did everything that you could possibly do now. Okay? You've done everything you can do to achieve this goal. Now allow the divine to step in and work its magic. Spirit of Pegasus, the future is unwritten. Yeah. Something isn't as it seems. The future is, you're writing your destiny. Right? You are writing your destiny. So trust it. Take the leap of faith and trust that your ancestors have got your back, right? You got some sort of good news that's coming. Yeah, look at the footprints, right? You are seeing, you're looking back and seeing them footprints, and you're asking Spirit, if you've been with me all along, why am I only seeing one footprint in that? Well, this is the snow, in the sand. Why am I only seeing one set of footprints? And the angels are coming in and saying, because we have carried you, my child. We have carried you. That's the secret, right? So you need to have faith. So you could have did some sort of a ritual to maybe help you out with whatever difficulties that you were having, and you feel like, well, it never worked, right? Whatever I did not work. But it did. So the ancestors are bringing this good news in, but you need to get out of the way because they are working on something absolutely beautiful in this part of your chapter. And I feel like it's going to come as a surprise. Like you're going to be very surprised because I feel like they're, and I got this before, they're adding a sweetener. So there could have been somebody who was causing you some delusions because you are a child of the divine. Your unicorn is earning its wings. And there could have been a female who was trying to destroy that, causing illusions, maybe calling you delusional. Playing a lot of mind games with you with the crown here. Maybe using somebody's skull, right? Their bones. Alrighty, so the knowing alignment, feminine and spirit realm, please and thank you. So we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. It wanted to flip over. So the King of Pentacles in reverse is somebody who feels entitled, somebody who's very greedy, somebody who is very unstable, somebody who has inner child wounds that need to be healed, somebody who may be dealing with abandonment issues, right? We have the King of Pentacles, which is the dad, father, and the feminine, which could be the mother, right? The masculine and feminine are unstable. And you know that you need to bring them into alignment to walk further on your journey. In every difficult situation or challenge that you have endured up to this point, you need to see from a higher perspective because everything that you have went through has prepared you for this beautiful destination in which you are coming up to. All right, so you need to see that from that higher perspective, that something isn't as it seems. Like you was not left behind, Virgo. You was not abandoned by your spirit team. In your most difficult situations, the angel swept in and picked you up and carried you through this because you are unique to the world. You are very unique to the world. Alrighty. Difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. Bones and indestructible. Yeah, Ten of Cups, contentment, joy, happiness. Leading you to this beautiful destination of love, happiness, contentment. To see to your soul family. Ten of Cups talks about emotional fulfillment. Beautiful emotional fulfillment where you are finally going to find your soul family. The future is written. The future is unwritten in Pegasus. Temperance, yeah, divine timing. There's that restoration of your inner balance. with the fire and water. The solar eclipse is restoring that inner balance where you could be more in the flow of your intuition, right? Trusting in the divine, working behind the scenes. So the Ten of Pentacles in reverse talks about something being taken from you, some sort of natural disaster, maybe some sort of ill health, right? Some sort of ill health that is happening here. Mental illness. Okay, mental health. Yeah, the Hermit, that has kept you frozen and stuck. But I feel like there is some karma coming through here with the Judgment card in reverse. 12-12 could be significant. With the Judgment reverse, it talks about somebody receiving their karma. For doing something out of pride. Messing with, perhaps doing something with somebody's skull. Causing difficulties. Pride is one of the 7 deadly sins. Maybe creating a child. Yeah, somebody's foundation is going to be upside down because somebody is psychically spying, lying, gossiping. Yeah. Somebody may need to find forgiveness. That's what's happening. The illusions of the past, you are forgiving yourself for. Yes, somebody was throwing a rock hiding hand. Somebody was abusing their magic here, their psychic powers by spying. And it could have been 3 people. We have a feminine, a masculine, and then I just seen Virgo here. This could be you receiving your karma for an unstable foundation of psychically spying and sending intrusive thoughts to somebody, trying to steal their ideas or put out that spark, that opportunity, taking some sort of an opportunity to play on somebody's wounds. The 7 of Cups talks about your choices, like you've made that choice, right? In the past with this High Priestess, this Pisces individual who was maybe throwing rocks, hiding hands, but they were abusing their power, their magic power, their psychic power, because they felt rejected and they were causing illusions. And now the divine is intervening, causing a tower for a look between the King and the Queen of Pentacles. So because somebody has low self-esteem, somebody was trying to control a divine masculine, but they lost a battle. Somebody was in their pride and ego, very cocky, very arrogant, very deceptive with their plan. But somebody awoken to this person's intentions, doing some sort of a ritual with an Aquarius. But somebody got stopped in their tracks. And something has ended. Yeah, with these 3 people. King of Wands, Queen of Swords, King of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like the whole group of you. Put somebody in a jar. That is what I see. I'm getting a couple of different stories here. So, yep. So let's go ahead and pull a Spirit Guide message. So you could have been working with a Sagittarius. It could have been a Sagittarius female. You could be a Virgo female. Could be a Capricorn female. But you could have been working with the family as well, trying to create a family, doing it because you wanted to marry somebody, causing a lot of difficulties for maybe somebody who is connected to the angelic realm, maybe persecuting them out of pride and ego because they're different, they're unique, trying to force something upon somebody. Trying to sever somebody's attachment to the spirit realm. So the Temperance card does talk about seeing something from a bigger picture, because something isn't as it seems, this difficulty. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and pull a final message to the Virgo collective. Getting two different stories here. So what is hidden that you're not seeing is the person that maybe you were causing difficulties for is divinely protected, celebrating. So somebody could have been celebrating. We have 1414, which is 55. 1144 could be significant. Holy Spirit is telling you to rest. And focus, because look, they're pulling you out of that box and setting you straight on your destiny, while other people are being disciplined for their devotion to deceit an earth angel, and now you're under judgment. Celebration. So you're going to be celebrating this beautiful destination in which you're leading for my high vibrational Virgos. For my low vibrational Virgos, you're under judgment. Because you have the Temperance card can often represent the angel energy, the angel coming in and protecting an earth angel who is a female, trying to force them to off their path, right? Force them off of their path to be in your flow where you want them to go, right? Put them in the energy of anger, resentment, worry, trying to control somebody, right? Trying to make them feel as though their spirit help has left them. But in all actuality, it's not as it seems. You are writing your future. Alignment, harvest, bonding, and marriage. Right? Marriage. That's the marriage card. So you were making it difficult for somebody else because you wanted to get married to somebody, right? Marriage. Something about marriage in that skull. You entered a period of great expansion and celebration. Your joy guides are at hand, ushering you into a season of abundance, celebration, and hospitality. You're loved, accepted, and trusted by those around you. Like I said, you're going to find your soul tribe. For some of you, you may realize that you married a karmic person and that you did not make a wise investment by marrying this. You did it out of pride and ego. This is a time when life gives back to you. You may become engaged, get married, receive a promotion, land a deal, or just get a long awaited lucky break. Whatever your desire, your joy guides are urging you to prepare for, because it's surely coming. Yeah, you've been prepared for this. You need to see the bigger picture. Every difficult situation that that have went through has prepared you for this particular moment. So you need to see something from a higher perspective, because something isn't as it seems. Realize that life's tides turn your way. The soon to become realized positive flow of events isn't just a fluke or an accident or just a luck of the draw. Rather, it's a natural outcome of your unwavering efforts and commitment to your dreams and goals. Your joy guide message is plan for the party. You'll soon have a reason to celebrate. Yep. Because something is being restored within you and outside of you. All right. Thank you for watching, Virgos.